Math and science.
You needed riddling.
You had ADD, didn't you?
Charlie always had trouble in school because when we went to mountain school, one day Charlie cheated on the test and he watched the girl next to him and he wrote all the answers down. Oh, here come Miss Buxton with her hair flying in all directions. And she jerked him out of his seat and laid him across his desk and started beating him on the rear with books.
And who kept helping
And
you?
every time she'd drop a book, I'd pick it up and hand it back to her. She walloped the tar out of him. Of course, going home from school, I got walloped the tar out of too.
Atta boy, Charlie.
But I never will forget the time we was going home when the snow was so deep, and Charlie dived in it head first, and it was in a ditch, and all we could see was his feet. And people laugh at us because we talk about how deep the snow and stuff was then, but it was. It was really.
Did you have second thoughts about pulling him out?
Well, this didn't happen at the same time, or I might have.
The kids will say, oh, I don't want to hear about those shoes that had cardboard in the bottom of them and had to walk a mile to school. I don't want to hear that no more.
Well, we used to
Oh,
walk
wait a
from
minute.
Hickory
Betty's on.
Point.
Betty's on.
We used to walk from Hickory Point to the house, which is what, 3/4 of a mile?
A mile or so, 16 miles.
Yeah.
3 or 4 miles. When your legs are that long, it seems like it. And the leaves would get in the ditch, and we'd play in the leaves, and we'd, make forts out of them. We'd hide in them, and we had a ball going home from school.
Remember the time when we was going to Forsyth to the grocery store,
Ruth's on again.
and it had been snowing, and we found some money, and kept digging and digging, and put all that change on the ground. I don't know where it ever came from. We had a whole lot of money we found. And I don't know how many of us were going, but the older ones were going to the store in Forsyth.
It wasn't me, I was younger.
And, sure. Anyway, we found all that money and picked it up out of the road. I don't know where in the world it came
Somebody
from.
knew we was poor and they put it down there for us.
I don't know, but anyway, we had a ball.
It was probably you and Norman.
We cleaned off that road so they wouldn't have to slide there with their cars. We were digging for more money, but we found money as we went. I remember that.
Tell us, Mom, about going to Pete Keister's place and carrying all that water back down.
Oh, yeah.
Mother, she's talking to
Did you
you.
get her?
Yeah.
We used to do that before we went to school.
Mom,
What?
tell us about carrying the water down the hill from Pete, when we leave from Pete Keister's house to do the washing.
I can't hear you.
Tell us about carrying the water down to do the washing in.
Oh. We used to go about, a couple, 3 blocks to carry water from the hill down to the house to wash, do the washing. Sometimes we'd go down to the creek and carry the water from the creek down to the house to wash.
That's why I'm round shouldered. I had to carry that water.
Now let me tell you what this thing did.
Oh, okay, Betty's back.
When we lived out in Keister's place there on Hickory Point, Brett's had cows in the pasture behind us.
Yeah.
We was out there walking one spring, and Charlie said, "Look out, Betty, look at those bulls." Well, being 4 or 5 years old, you don't know the difference between a bull and a cow.
She still don't.
I jumped that creek, Stevens Creek, and I ran home, and he couldn't catch up with me. That scared me. I don't believe anything he tells me after that.
Oh, it was really just cows?
It was cows. I didn't know.
Remember the
I
time?
didn't expect them when they'd get those great big old animals at you. I wasn't going to fight with them. I was going to
Remember
go.
the time you caught that big fish?
Yeah.
Everybody in the brother was down there and they were just screaming and hollering and carrying on. Mom thought sure somebody drowned. She jumped that old fence like it wasn't even there. Of course, we brought the fish home and put it in a number 3 tub before we ate it. But
You kids ain't drowning in my backyard.
See that scar right
Well,
there?
That's because Betty didn't mind.
See that scar right there? It's not because I didn't mind. It was because my older brother and sisters didn't mind, and I tagged along behind them. I just followed the older ones.
It's because you didn't mind, because I told you not to go down there.
But your older brothers and
I don't
sisters
care,
took me down.
I told you not to go there.
Yeah, but you told them too.
I told them to.
I know, and I was just following them.
Yeah,
And
Please, this is a family video. We have no arguing.
He's gonna show you his scar now.
And I went down to the bridge. I went down to the bridge there at Keister's place on Hickory Point Road, and I fell off the abutment for the bridge, and I skinned myself there. Mom said, "I don't feel sorry for you."
She missed her keister and scratched her leg.
Okay, Charles, let's see your...
Scar right there.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, well,
You poor baby.
I'll give you a clue. My mother has a wicked knife when she's got it in her hand. Don't get close to it.
Especially if you're not minding.
Your mother knifed you?
My mother knifed me.
Taliboo.
Didn't you have your fingers in something you weren't supposed to though?
Tell the whole story.
Yeah.
I was just getting a piece of peeled potato. Boy, that's so
See, he was
terrible.
trying to peel potatoes before they was ready to cook.
Well, you know nobody could do that, but Mom, she's going to make the raw potatoes and coffee grounds.
I like raw potatoes, yes. I still eat raw potatoes.
Poor Charlie got knocked by his mother.
Huh? Oh,
I had to shoot him off up. But I still got the scar from where Mom knifed him.
Still got it. Hey, that's not going to go away. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, neither is this one because you guys took me down there at the bridge.
You didn't have to follow us.
remember the time
But I was little.
Oh, it's
when
looking
Mom
good.
was pushing that car, wouldn't run, Mom, it got behind the car and started pushing it, didn't have sense enough to let go, and they dragged her on her belly for a couple of blocks.
I didn't know about that one.
Didn't you? Oh, yeah. Then she went out and pulled weeds, come back in the house and put her hands on her face and took a nap. She woke up, she had a handprint of poison ivy on both sides of her face.
Well, where did we live when I drank the kerosene?
Out in Hickory Point.
Hickory Point?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carol mistreated too. She drank kerosene.
Yeah, we were so poor I had to drink the kerosene. Didn't have no water.
Man, don't park that thing.
Oh, sure, we'll get a ball with this one. And if Alma hadn't got home when she did with the car, you would have had your widow and Carol.
Oh, I got one to tell. Okay, well, you want to have to turn this off a little bit here. Okay, Peg.
I was over at the post.
When we were little, we had a creek that we went swimming in down the railroad tracks. And I almost drowned, and my cousin Mildred Ruth pulled me out and saved me. If it hadn't been for her, you would have never known me. Anybody else get that story to tell?
See, did I just about die sometime so you'll never know me?
I'm telling the truth.
I know it.
Where did we say on Stevens Creek?
Huh? Right behind the house on Hickory Point? Well, no, it was by the interurban track. It was the interurban track, not the railroad track.
Hickory Point, is that the one there in each on her foot? On her bit down.
We can't smell it.
It's all right here on my face. We got the first day we moved into Longview, and we met Merle Miller that day. Because we was up the playground. Mom said, get rid of them kids, and we went up the playground, and I walked in front of the swing set, and the swing hit me right here in the, well, actually, it was up here, but now since I got bigger, it come down here. But she thought I put my eye out, and she carried me home. And she stayed with us until Mom and Dad decided what to do with me. And I don't remember what they decided to do with me, but
Probably not much.
anyhow. And then, somebody was playing around with some horseshoes and held it up here. And I got a dent in my skull right up here where they dropped a horseshoe on my head.
Now we know what's the matter with her.
They did. And the doctor told them not to let me go to sleep. Mom says, it's too late. She's already asleep. And I woke up. So, here I am.
Well, I got hit in the head with a shovel of sand. That's what mattered to me. That's where I got sand for brains.
Oh.
That's so
Is that why you get
sweet.
tipsy once in a while and just kind of, sand just kind of pulls you over?
I don't think she heard you.
That was the sweetest story I ever heard.
Who hit you?
Charles.
Uncle
Myers?
When we was little, we got out playing in the sand pile and he had a big shovel. He started throwing the sand and hit me in the head with the shovel, and he got a scar up there from it.
You remember when I was playing on the porch that time and that hobo tried to take me off of the porch?
The what?
That hobo tried to take me off of the porch and the dog wouldn't let him?
No.
You don't? Well, I do.
That was Skipper, wasn't it?
And then, I used to throw a fit and faint every time I'd get mad. One time Uncle Charles was there and he picked me up, took me out to the pump, and he pumped the ice cold water in my face. He said, now let's not do that again. And I've never lost my 10%.
Oh!
May not have passed out so soon.
No, I'll tell you what, you never hardly ever see me mad.
She's like Betty, she growls under her breath.
Really mad. I can remember twice when I got mad. One time, I picked up the kid's little red chair and I threw it all the way across the room and broke the pieces. And I can't remember even what I was mad about. And the other time, I don't remember what I did, but there was 2 times that I really got mad, but I don't get mad.
Carol and I don't have bad tempers. She gets even.
No, I don't even do that.
And when we lived in Longview, the carnival train used to come and park right across the street from where we lived. And they used to always come over to our house and get water out of the faucet for them guys to eat, drink, and bathe. Well, I don't think they ever bathed, but they got water from us, remember that? In Longview, the carnival people used to come over there and get water from us out of that outside faucet all the time.
You had to stand on the window ledge to wash the upstairs windows on the outside. I did that one time and fell out the window and landed on the ground. This guy that was across the street come tearing over there to pick me up. By the time he got there, I just stood up and walked right on into the house. Didn't hurt me, I guess, because
And that's what's wrong with Ruth today. Two-story wall.
That's it. I kept wondering why.
Let's see what's wrong with Becky.
My brain was waterlogged when I almost drowned.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with you girls.
I'm glad there's nothing wrong with me.
All I have to do is lay down in the water and I float.
I can too.
What you think with the buoyancy that we have, we float, but we don't. We sink like rocks.
Did you see that guy on television that said that when they weigh you, it depends on, they weigh you in the water and they weigh you outside the water. They put you in the water and they bounce you up and down. And it depends on how heavy you are, how soon you'll come up to the bottom. And he says when you go up and down about 100 times, he says, you know you're overweight. He says, now nobody has to tell you when you're overweight. He says, you just get up in front of a full-length mirror, stand up like this and go like this. And when the fat takes 5 minutes to quit flopping, you know you're overweight. He says, you wonder why I wear a shirt like this. He says, it's to hide this. His belly stuck way out here like this.
I saw that too.
Yeah, that was on,
Gakers.
yeah, the Gaithers show.
I tried to teach James Milton how to swim.
He taught himself.
He don't know how to swim yet. He still goes to the bottom every time he hits the water.
Who's that?
Jim?
My son James.
I remember him wearing those goggles down there in southern Illinois and just fighting to float. Well, he floats though. That's more than some of us
Well, then
do.
you have to learn to be able to swim to be in the service.
Evidently not.
He's a submarine service. They don't have to.
You do in the Navy.
So why if the submarine,
Top
got a
toenail.
hole or something?
They've got a hole in it, you're sunk anyway. Pressure would blow it apart.
Oh, I know what's wrong with Betty. She followed us down there and got the scar in her leg and it went to her head. That was Betty hitting me. Okay, you gotta say something. I can't just sit.
It's about dinner time. We're signing off. Bye.
I know when I was 16, I had to quit living
Why?
because I went to school mornings and worked nights.
Bought him a bicycle, tied it out in the yard. First night it was out there, somebody stole it. Remember when you worked at Crown Cork?
I didn't know I bought me a bicycle.
Bought him a brand new bicycle. And you put it out in the yard and then the next day it was gone.
Well, remember that real tall, skinny friend that you guys had, that he had his seat up this high off of the frame of his bicycle? What was his name there in Longview?
That was Brown.
And,
Tommy Rutherford.
no, it was not no Tommy Rutherford. And I used to ride that guy's bike, and I had to hold it sideways, and where the boy's thing goes through here, I put my legs through there and rode like this with the bike like this and me up.
That wasn't Jimmy Gregory, was it?
And it could have been, I don't know, I don't remember, but he was real
He's a guy
tall.
from Tennessee or
And he had,
Kentucky,
I
and he
know
wanted
that
to
seat
marry
was
me at
this high up
13.
off of the frame, and I had to put my legs
I
through
did the same thing.
through the frame and ride it, and that was more fun.
That's how I learned to
That's
ride
the only
a bike.
bicycle we ever seen.
I bet that was Jimmy Gregory, because I rode his bicycle like that. He wanted to marry me when I was 13, take me down to Kentucky. He told me I was an old maid. Hello?
Probably for Kentucky you were.
Yeah, that's what he said. Well, where I come
Brown
from,
used to take and spit his front teeth out at people.
who?
Brown was, what's his name?
Bucky Brown.
Anyway, yeah,
Ralph Maloney.
no, who did you just say a while ago?
Ralph Brown.
Ralph Brown.
Ralph Brown.
He had two front teeth that were false. And every once in a while, he'd take them and spit them out the front.
We called him Bucky.
Yeah,
Right now.
yeah. Like the
You
time
know-
I was going to high school. I
Bill's
had to
brother
walk from
does that.
Longview up to Stephen Decatur High School, and I was going one way and some man was coming this way, and he was clicking his teeth and they started to fall out, and I reached to grab them. And he laughed and laughed and laughed at me. I was so embarrassed. I never
Did you
will.
catch him?
No, he did. He did it just to get my goat. I tried to catch him with it.